fuck the cops day. Shit is fucked up and stuff. Shit is fucked up and stuff. Every fucking time.
All right, I'm waiting to see who shows up. First of all, hello, Word 'em up. What I got going on is nothing. Show videos and to
TV said, grinning, squinting face.
I show videos until people show up, and look like there's 3 people that showed up already. But I'm gonna show videos anyways. What have you been up to? Hello, Caucasian.
Caucasian Sasquatch said, hey, bud.
How's your day going anyways? Okay.
Word M Up TV said, just chillin'. Hey, bub, gonna drive. But I'm here listening.
All right. Well, I'm going to show some videos.
Was intended to inform and educate the public.
What you gonna do?
Okay, have a great night.
Okay. So leave from in front of here, like I told you.
You too. I got just as much right to stand here as you do.
Tomlinson then moves.
If you have an issue,
I'm not gonna play a game with you. That's what I'm saying. This is stop.
What you gonna do when they come for you?
On Tuesday, Norfolk police body camera video will be at the center of a claim of excessive force against 2 former Norfolk police officers.
That video, which shows a police officer putting a man in an alleged chokehold.
I'm gonna get some popcorn in anticipation.
Start the show.
Start the show.
It should be noted Norfolk police only allow chokeholds when an officer or another is in imminent danger of death or serious injury. This incident in October 2019 was clearly not that case. But as you'll see, it has led to a federal lawsuit. Constitutional rights were violated. This is how Norfolk police officers N.M. Caesar and Q. Tomlinson met Drew, who wasn't afraid to tell them he was a former police officer himself.
He told me that I'm being disrespectful. Never in my life have I been disrespectful. I'm a former police officer.
Where?
For the Department of the Army.
His Army training.
Army training, sir! Army training, sir!
For 10 minutes, Lael showed, at times, disrespect to the officers, like these comments.
My issue is honestly, you guys should just clear up and go home. It's a problem. I don't give a first day or your last day. Fine.
He can stay
I'm
there.
outside. I'm in the street.
Okay, so stop talking.
No, I can say whatever I want.
Those and many other comments led to this.
Well, my camera's on. First of all, that's my light. Second of all, like he says, you don't run anything.
Neither does he, though.
You don't have a say as to if I have my light on or not.
Okay, have a great night.
Okay. So leave from in front of here, like I told you.
You too. I got just as much right to stand here as you do.
Tomlinson then moves in.
If you have an issue
I'm
in
not gonna
front,
play a game with you. That's what I'm saying. This is stop. Stop.
that works.
From Officer Caesar's body cam, you can see what Lael claims is a chokehold, and he loses consciousness.
Come on. Come on. I can't get the other one. Stand up.
Lael was taken to the hospital where he was treated for minor injuries, and then he was taken to jail.
I'm under arrest, right?
Yes, for the umpteenth time, drunk in public,
But he's sitting, he wasn't drunk.
disorderly conduct.
Did you read me my rights?
Rights were apparently not read, but this is not part of that case. Lael spent 8 hours in jail. The charge of public intoxication was dismissed. Lael claims he was deprived his civil rights under the First Amendment of free speech and the Fourth Amendment to be free from unreasonable seizure. Now, the city is not being sued, only the former officers who left the city. Tomlinson resigned in 2021, and the other officer resigned in 2022. Drew Lael is seeking $2 million in damages. Jury selection begins Tuesday.
Well, that's another case of back to blue until it happens to you. Damn it. Okay, how in the hell does that happen? Why am I hearing myself here? That's why.
Dude, don't photograph me.
I'm gonna call the cops on you. Don't touch me, okay? No, I've been here, so don't try that, bitch, again, okay? Don't try that.
Are you trying to take a picture of me?
Don't touch me. You wanna go to jail?
Okay, then don't.
Don't touch me, okay? You wanna be arrested? You want me to call the cops right now? You're touching my property.
You can get arrested
Okay?
for recording.
No, I've been here, so don't try that, bitch.
Asian persuasion, Asian Jamaican, back on the block with the Glock that I sprayed them. If I got a Mac 10, hit you with that back 10 o'clock, 10 when I pop win, when I play games, all games, when I pop spin with the rock win, so the diamond up one.
Good, I like it. It's good. I like that rap.
Got a tail light out.
Where?
Right there.
You know, one day honest citizens are gonna stand up to you crooked cops.
They are? Oh, no. Have they set a date?
This video was intended to inform and educate the public.
Bad boys, what you gonna do?
This is the kind of stuff that causes people, normal citizens like us, not to trust them. And they want to know why they have a public image problem. It's because of things like this.
What you gonna do when they come for you?
You're watching video of an Humboldt police officer who appears to punch a man during an arrest.
This arrest happened back in June, but surveillance video is only just now surfacing through social media. Humboldt police say their officer did not strike this man.
Oh, there's a big surprise.
But the man's attorney says this video speaks for itself.
When I watched it, I was blown away.
This is the surveillance video from outside a bar in Humboldt that shows the moments a police officer takes down Chris Hanna.
He asked my client to raise his hands, it appears. He raises his hands just like this. And the officer reaches for, I believe, his right hand.
Yes, sir.
In the officer's hand, I believe his right hand, he's holding his handcuffs. And then as soon as he takes my client's hand down this way, he turns and hits him almost like uppercut, holding the handcuffs in his hands almost like brass knuckles, and knocks him out.
And moments later, Hanna, already laying flat with the officer on top of him, is picked up by the back of the neck, his head slammed into the ground. Hanna says he still does not even remember this takedown, but was conscious as he was taken to the police unit, where he was immediately bandaged, he says, because of the amount of blood coming from his head. That bandage is clear in this booking photo from Humboldt Police. But Police Chief Ken Tice sending us this statement, saying in part, once the suspect continued to attempt to put space between himself and Officer Cox, the officer took the suspect down onto a patch of grass and handcuffed him without further incident. At no time did the officer strike the suspect.
Excuse me?
And it was determined the injuries suffered by the suspect were caused solely by the altercation in which he was involved prior to Officer Cox's arrival.
I believe that when my shit turns purple and smells like rainbow shopping.
Attorney Todd Overstreet says it's clear his head was not injured before the officer takedown.
He's sitting there calmly. He's still wearing his baseball cap. He's not holding his head. He's not attending to any wound.
The attorney says Officer John Cox was initially dispatched to the scene when Hanna called 911 himself out of fear for his own life during a parking lot altercation. This portion of the surveillance video shows the second interaction with Officer Cox as Hanna was sitting and waiting to be questioned.
What he did at that point is inexcusable. It's police brutality. There's no other way to look at it.
We asked Humboldt Police if there was an internal investigation into this arrest and if the officer is still on active duty. They did not answer those questions. Attorney Overstreet says the officer's takedown is not even documented in the incident report.
This is the kind of stuff that causes people, normal citizens like us, not to trust them. And they want to know why they have a public image problem. It's because of things like this.
One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you.
This video was intended to inform and educate the public.
Bad boys, what you gonna do?
You want to do this? I'm a police officer. Really? I'm a police officer. Get the pen away. Back up. Back up.
I thought I was gonna die.
And family is calling their neighbor, who is an NYPD officer, a vigilante over a road rage incident.
They say he pulled a gun on them on the quiet street they share.
The 6th precinct in Selden, where officers here arrested that now suspended NYPD officer involved in a wild road rage incident just blocks from here, charged with pulling a gun on a neighbor, and that neighbor wants to remain unidentified.
Get out of here with the pen. You want to do this? I'm a police officer. Really? I'm a police officer. Get the pen away. Back up. Back up.
I thought I was gonna die. Right on my porch. I'm still shaking.
A Selden couple say they returned home to find NYPD officer Douglas DuBonet having a tantrum on their front porch following a road rage incident with their college student son.
Tell your son to stay away from my house. Your son is driving past my house, casing my house.
Investigators say the 24-year-old Stony Brook student was driving down the street he lives on. His neighbor, the off-duty cop, was coming in the opposite direction and was forced to move over and slow down. Words were exchanged.
Instead of retreating, the gentleman say, "If I catch you on my block again, I'm gonna kill you."
The son phoned his parents to say their neighbor was following him. They told him to drive to the precinct. On the way at this red light, DuBonet, allegedly still so enraged, exited his car, punched out the student's rearview mirror, and drove off.
Why did you break off my mirror? I didn't break the mirror.
Hours later, Officer DuBonet confronted them on their porch. It was then the family learned their neighbor was a cop.
You cannot be using our taxpayers' money. Okay, no problem.
The family called 911. Officer DuBonet was arrested for menacing with a weapon and criminal mischief and has been suspended without pay from the NYPD. The victim is an accountant and says that's why he had a pen in his pocket and waved it.
You're on my property to put a gun on me. Yeah, because you put a pen to my neck. You touched my neck with the pen.
The victims say they're one of 2 families of color on the entire street and claim to feel ostracized since DuBonet moved in.
I've lived here for 15 years. He just moved. I am here 2 years ago.
The family says they believe the incident could be racially motivated. We reached out to Officer DuBonet, also the PBA, both police forces, and the DA for comment. We have not yet heard back. The officer was given a order of protection, but the victim family calls that a slap on the wrist.
Wow. Sounds like a Mel Karen to me.
Name the case law. Name the case law. I don't have to stay in the vehicle.
Please get back in your car.
I don't have to be in the vehicle. You're not taking control of me. Am I detained?
You are. Yes, you are.
I'm detained. What crime do you suspect me of committing?
We're stopping you for a violation.
You're stopping me. Am I the driver?
You're a passenger in the vehicle.
You're not here for me.
You're a passenger.
You're not here for me. You can't take control of me unless I have committed a crime.
Today's video was uploaded by Accountability for All. He's on the passenger side, and it starts out with the driver getting pulled over for having tinted windows.
That's your license registration?
For what?
His tint.
That's factory. It's factory, moron.
Test it. That's not probable cause.
See you later, dude. Supervisor.
Supervisor now.
Supervisor now. You just pulled the wrong one.
Park them.
Wrong one. Factory.
When he says the car is factory, he means the car has not been modded or manufactured since purchase. So the officer is implying that the car is too tinted. He's basically saying that the manufacturer of the car has been producing vehicles illegally for the last decade, which is obviously not the case.
Listen, guys, this cop right here, as we have videos on the phone, driving on the wrong side of the way, right? Not doing anything. We ask him to get off the phone. He pulls us over on his bike for a tint. For a tint. For a tint on a factory vehicle. Supervisor. Supervisor. Supervisor.
Although cops don't have an obligation to call their supervisors on the scene at your request, if you believe the officer has acted out of misconduct, it's probably best to try and ask anyways.
Hey, Crandall, get your supervisor now. How many times do we have to request? I'm Supervisor, you're asking us for something. Do what we're telling you to do. We're the citizen. Supervisor. Shut your mouth, dude. Don't reach in this fucking car. Man, what are you doing?
The officer has now reached inside the driver's car, violating his Fourth Amendment. An officer cannot search or reach inside your car without your permission unless they believe they see evidence of crime being committed.
You dumb Fourth Amendment violation, you stupid. I guess they're gonna have to cite Dodge for putting out factory vehicles.
Make sure the supervisor brings his test to test this test. Sir, please get back in the car. Sir,
Name the case law. Name the case law. I don't have to stay in the vehicle.
Please get back in your car.
An officer can't order you to get back in your car.
Sir.
Pennsylvania versus Mims.
Okay,
I don't have to be in the vehicle. You're not taking control of me. Am I detained?
You are. Yes, you are.
I'm detained. What crime do you suspect me of committing?
We're stopping you for a violation.
You're stopping me. Am I the driver?
You're a passenger in the vehicle.
Okay, so you Pennsylvania v. Mims states that you can only take control of me if you suspect me of a crime. I want your supervisor. That's why I'm out right now. Do you have one on the way?
Officer Trask is dealing with that, okay?
Okay, perfect.
In order to do that, we have to deal with you outside the car.
You're not here for me.
You're a passenger.
You're not here. You can't take control of me unless I have committed a crime. Pennsylvania versus Mims. You happen to pull over a civil rights activist. And there's the walk of shame.
You would think at this point the officers are done, but no, they just continue.
Your supervisor, I'm staying here for my safety.
My safety, sir.
I'm not worried about your safety. You have no probable cause, reasonable. No, that's a request. I understand you're requesting I get in the car, but you have no reasonable articulable suspicion to suspect that I've committed a crime to take possession of me right now.
You're in a car.
Right.
Okay, so he's done the traffic stop.
Court's already ruled on that.
Pennsylvania v. Mims. Yeah, don't argue case law you don't know.
I'll let you stand out of your car. That's fine. I'm not worried about it.
Not letting me. I'm doing it because you work for me.
Stand out of your car, but stay there.
You work for me. I'm not going towards you. I don't want to be near you. Violent. I gotta sit when you tell me to roll over. You're active in pulling people over for factory tint. And then you're trying to cite, like, you don't know the case law. I know that I can get out of this vehicle and walk away. I can if I want. It's Pennsylvania v. Mims. Same reason you ain't getting me back in this vehicle. Shut up. No, it's because you have no legal authority to do so. Excellent. So what we're saying is that
I'm making waffles. Wait, I think an ad's coming on.
Little Linda with YouTube Premium there.
if we measure that it's factory and then it is legal, you obtained his license. I'm not talking about him reaching me, which he had no probable cause to do. You can't enter someone's vehicle.
What he's saying is not only was the driver's Fourth Amendment violated, but if they test the car's tint and it comes back within regulations, then this officer has just conducted a traffic stop because he was mad about what he said, which is now a violation of his First Amendment.
Sticking your hand is entering. So, but if we find out that the tint is good, that violated our Fourth Amendment right by taking his. You guys are so screwed right now, man. So screwed. And you do it with people that travel the country trying to find bad cops. And you seem okay. My frustration is with him. So I apologize if I'm coming out at you. But this isn't cool, man. I understand. What happened here is he was mad, called him out. He fell back on his 2-speed and then pulled us over. But he reached into a vehicle and removed private information protected by the Fourth Amendment for a tint that's legal. So as soon as you get this tint comparison here, you guys are in big trouble. Yeah. And it's bad cops like him that get good cops like you hurt every day.
All right, this is probably one of the funniest things I've heard a civilian say to a cop.
Now he's on the phone trying to figure out how he can possibly get himself out of this. Absolutely. First time officer Tosk has been up, out to dinner first. Hey, so when this comes back as good tint, then you reached in his vehicle and violated his Fourth Amendment rights with no probable cause. Is that where we're about at right now, Trask? That's where we're about at. No need to say anything. You're so bro. So man. I mean, normally, like when I want to get, I'll go out. I'll take a girl out for a date. We'll get dinner. Yeah, my clock's on, bro. 10:58. You got till 15. And I mean, this is not going to work out for you, bro. Listen, you're within 6 feet. Put your mask on. Do it now. My question is it legal for you to reach in his vehicle? No, he put it there so he could get his registration. So, but it doesn't matter. Is it legal for you to do that? Is it for you to reach in his vehicle without a warrant? He did not present it. It was so. Is he presenting his car to you inside? It doesn't matter. Ask something you have no right or lawful approach to ask for. That's the whole point. You guys don't get to do what you want. Just enjoyed some local spot to eat around here. Had a wonderful time. That's one question I will answer. I eat oysters. I eat clams. Yep. I'm not gonna answer that question. You're allergic to seafood? Well, next time I'll invite you out to eat. How about that? Okay, cool. How allergic are you? Like deathly? That sucks. You want some oysters or clams? No? All right, cool.
Now that the supervisor has arrived, we're going to hear the real story of what happened and what actually triggered this cop to stop them.
Supervisor's wearing a mask. We appreciate that. Excuse me, sir. I can't argue if this officer believes he has reason because of the tint to pull us over. Absolutely. Thank you. That's within his purview, sir. My question isn't that. We saw him driving. He was using his cell phone. He was on the opposite side of the road, which may be legal here. I don't know. But he's like weaving in and all over the place, paying attention to his phone. So I simply told him, could he please get off the phone? You know, like there's people out here that need protection. You guys just had protests. Could he just simply pay attention to the citizens and the road and not the phone? That could present a danger. Not that 30 seconds later, he pulls us over for illegal tint on a factory vehicle. Fine. He wants to play that game. That's okay. My friend places his license down inside the vehicle while he's going to get his registration. At that point, Officer Trask reaches in the vehicle without a warrant, without RAS, and removes the license and pulls it back out, all on live stream. Then he tells me that I can get out of the car.
These cops are taking advantage of civilians every single day. Stay safe, know your rights.
Well, for all those who stop by, thank you.